Yeah, drop me down.
It's the most wonderful
It is
time
always a good
of
time
the
for
year.
football here
Hi,
in the city
everyone.
of
Scott
Pittsburgh.
Hansen here,
Welcome
and this
to
is your
Acrisure
weekly
Stadium.
recap for Week
Today,
17.
a fun matchup in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's Jason Myers to get this one going. And we're underway from Pittsburgh. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Rodgers throwing to start it off. Chased out to his right. Oh, they're going deep here right off the rip. It's intercepted on the first play of the game. Kobe Bryant has it. And the Seahawks force the turnover on the first series of this game. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. Juke the defender. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, you get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Milrow from the gun.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. A give up the gut to Walker. And he'll go down here at the 16. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
From the red zone now. Caught. Cooper Kupp makes the play. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Running is Walker. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Milrow throwing on 3rd down. Buying some time left. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Seahawks parlay the interception into points.
Hey, Kate, that play, I don't think it started out as a touchdown run. I think he was thinking first down, but all of a sudden, well, a little bit of space opened up, those afterburners kicked in, and he made himself and his team a phenomenal play.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. They get an even 10 on that play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game, and you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce. These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, and it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Caught by Warren out of the backfield. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. They will not get another playoff. We're at the end of one. The Seahawks with an early lead. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Seahawks are tackled on the return right along their own 40-yard line. So their second drive ends just the way their first one did, Brock. And if you are the coach down there, man, you've got to be fuming.
Yeah, so frustrated, right? 2 drives in, you still can't get your game plan at all. Not a series are going to keep ending prematurely. You don't want to be playing behind schedule right from the start of the game, which is exactly where they found themselves.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, Milrow. It's caught, Barner. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
You know, Kate, it's almost as if the defense invited him to make that throw. That was a play they knew they could defend, and they stopped it right at the line.
Third and short, it's Milrow.
Oh, my God.
Across his body, and they make the interception.
No,
And the Steelers are tackled on the return right along their own 40-yard line. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set 1st and 10. Play action with Rodgers. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there, and that brings up 2nd down.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Still at the 40 here, 2nd and 10. Now here's Rodgers. It's a screen play to Warren. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. The Steelers in need of some points before the break. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. They'll run with Warren, and he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on 1st down.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
He's running with it, and he takes it across the 30 before heading out. It's a pickup of 9 yards, and that's a Steelers 1st down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Flush down out to his left. Throwing deep down the left. And oh, he got it. Interception. Picked off by Julian Love. And the Seahawks get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Milrow with it on 1st. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. To the air, Milrow. To the left, he's got Arroyo. And this play reaches the 35. It comes to an end. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Here's Milrow, 1st and 10. On the move, headed right. He finds Smith and Jigba right side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. And Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Milrow. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play. 3rd down from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. From the gun, Milrow. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Deep sideline shot is caught, and he gets out to stop the clock.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done. Kate, that's just an excellent play call to get a chunk of yards and set up that field goal before halftime. Job well done.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage as this runs away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Now Boswell on to send this away. Has this at the 6. Showing a little burst so far. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half, and that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5. Staying with Walker. Caught behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Ooh, he missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. First and 10 now from the 30. Rodgers here from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
2nd and 10 now. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And he's halted after about a 6-yard pickup. The stop made at the 36. Working quickly here. Now Rodgers on 3rd and short. Buys time, rolling right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more, or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Reek Woolen with the INT.